Hello, everybody, and welcome. Happy 2020. This is my very first Journal With Me video of the year. And as you can see, I've pulled some supplies out of my stash, and everything that you are seeing, these are things that I have gotten in the mail recently. And so I have been kind of putting them aside and collecting them so that I could use them in my journal because I don't ever want to put them away. And just quickly, I am recording outside today. It is just the most beautiful day. It's so sunny and warm, and so if you hear my wind chimes, I am sorry, or if you hear a random wind blow or a car go by, I do apologize, but it's just way too pretty to be inside right now. I think you can hear the breeze just blew. But yeah, so I have just, like I said, collected some goodies that I want to start using in my journal. And I have switched over to the A5 size. I am not using standard size traveler's notebooks this year unless I go on a trip that I want them to be specifically in. But everything else will be A5. So that's really fun. So I've just pulled out this piece of paper that I had ripped earlier, and then I'm just going through this beautiful little bin full of vintage treasures that I have been receiving over the past few months, and just picking a few things in the same color family and style, and trying to find things that are going to be cohesive and look good together that I think kind of match that paper. So yeah, I hope everybody is doing well. I hope everybody had a good New Year's and an even better Christmas. Oh my gosh, it was so crazy here. Half of December was just a blur. The second half of the year, I guess the second half of the year too was a blur. But so this piece of paper right here was actually wrapped around something that I got in the mail. And so I'm just taking that whole beautiful little cluster with the ginkgo leaf and the wax seal, and I'm just gluing the whole thing down. And it was awkwardly shaped because of the wax seal, so I didn't get enough glue on there that I wanted. And then I did end up cracking that ginkgo leaf in half because it is dried, so I put a little glue behind there to give it a little more stability, and then I do add glue to the other side of that leaf as well. And then I'm just going to cut this classic-y label right down the middle and kind of glue it down here to kind of anchor the bottom half of this page. And I'm super excited to have this much more space. I just would not have been able to do this in a standard size traveler's notebook, and that was the whole point of going to A5, was so that I could use more of my things and have a little bit more room to play. And I'm just really excited to get this journey going. I'm using this stamp, and I'm noticing that there is a 2010s sort of label. It says 201 and then a blank where you're supposed to put the number. And we're in the 2020s now, so that doesn't apply to this stamp really anymore. And so I just used the corner of that little piece of paper to kind of wipe off the 1 so that I can add in the 20, and it looks perfect. And I really love that. And it's a great way to sort of start the year off. And even though I'll have to kind of fiddle with that stamp every time I use it, I still think it's lovely, and I haven't used it in quite a long time, so I was really happy to be able to do that. So I've started a new page, and I am going to end up doing 3 different layouts in this video. I just really love the bulk journaling or the bulk decorating. The video would already be over, and so I spent 30 minutes. I think I recorded for 26 minutes and then chopped everything down so that it was less than 15. And I was able to get 3 layouts done, which I think should get me through the first week of January. We are currently in the second week right now. I guess technically the first was on was it on a Wednesday? Yeah, I don't remember. The boys are going back to school tomorrow, and I will finally get my life back together. Finding time to record and film, I guess that's the same thing, but just finding the time to do the things that I need to do has been difficult while they are home. I have been working on a shop update. I'm going to have some new vintage paper packs. I'm going to have some Denison label packs. I'm going to have some ledger paper packs. I'm going to have some map print packs from different atlases from a long time ago until now. I've got some dictionary paper packs. I mean, I've got it all. I've got all the vintage papers. I sourced some really great things over my break between November and December, and I can't wait to get those listed. I am planning on doing another traveler's notebook. I haven't even started that project yet, though. I'll be honest, I was kind of fiddling with the idea of doing an A5 size notebook, but I need to speak with my bookmaker before I do that, or my printer. Yeah, so that's where we are with that whole thing. Hopefully, I will be able to get that pulled together, and once I do, I will be sure to share here and to let everybody know. Make sure you follow me on Instagram as well. I'll leave my handle down below. It's just my first and last name. So that you can get more updates there. I do tend to update more on my stories than I do in my actual feed. I'm going to try to get better at that this year, and hopefully create a lot of really good content. Like I said, I have been taking a little bit of a break with the boys home for nearly 3 weeks. Over winter break, I decided to completely disconnect and just tried to lay low as much as possible to spend time with my children. It was my daughter's first Christmas, and that's super special. It was super special because she's our last child, and it was her first Christmas, and my entire family was here. I had 16 people in my living room Christmas morning, and so I really needed a break to focus on family and resetting and just taking some time. I did not take any maternity leave after Clara was born or Cullen, and I decided to kind of take it now. I really needed the break. So I hope that you guys haven't minded. I don't think there was too much of a disturbance in my YouTube videos, but definitely over on Instagram. Anyway, I'm starting the last layout now, and I have this beautiful handmade paper, and I'm just looking to see where on the paper I want to put this, because I don't like too many things in the same spot throughout the pages, so I try to move my little clusters around the page as much as possible. So that I can have a lot of different variants in the decoration, I guess. I don't know if that makes any sense, but that's what I was doing, and I was just making this piece of paper just a little bit smaller, and I kind of played with the idea of like having it be a tip-in, but I decided against it and decided to just let it lay, and I had to pull out a different glue for that, and I had to create like a base for this beautiful little girl. So I'm using this really pretty washi tape that I got in my, I think I got it in my bento box, my stationery bento box from Sora Asan. And I believe her shop is still closed, so I do apologize for even mentioning that. I know everybody there is an uproar anytime anybody mentions her boxes, because there's such a huge demand for them. But yeah, I just needed to create a little base using that washi, and then I'm going to use this Tombow Mono liquid glue, and I'm using the chisel end, and I'm just very lightly adding the glue and then really like digging it into the paper so that it is almost tacky, and I don't want it to be wet is basically what I'm doing. So I'm just pushing it into the paper as much as possible so it's not super wet and creating like this wet ripply thing on the other side of the paper. I've had an issue with glue lately. Ever since the Prima Planner glue pens have been discontinued, the glue adhesive situation over here has just been absolutely miserable. I've just not found an appropriate replacement. I do not want to go back to tape runners because they're expensive, and yeah, anyway, I'm ranting again. Let's move on. Oh my gosh, I hope that you guys are enjoying this content and these videos, and if you are, I would really appreciate it if you considered subscribing. And if you do like this video or any video, it tells YouTube the kind of videos that you like, and they suggest videos that are close to that. And so if this is something that you are interested in, make sure that you do. Here's the close-up of that glue. Make sure you do like the videos that you enjoy so that YouTube will suggest more of them and so that you can discover more people in our community. I love having you guys here. That is not a secret, but I would really love for you guys to be introduced to a lot of other channels out there. There are a lot of other creators out there doing some really amazing things. And if you have anybody that you love to watch, please leave them down below so we can spread some more love throughout our community. And of course, somebody would start mowing their lawn. I really hope it's not picking up, but yeah, I really want to spread the love throughout our community and to just sort of, I don't know, support everybody. And the more support and good vibes we pass around, the better. So anyway, I'm trying to make another cluster on the other side, and as I was getting ready to glue this piece down, I noticed that the opposite side has this like pink ombre on the text at the bottom. You can barely see it there, but it is there, and I decided that it looked a lot better with that purple tag that I put down upside down, or the ticket, I mean. I put it down upside down and have to peel it back up. But it's okay, I just add some more glue to it and it's fine in the end. But I loved the way that that looked a lot better than just the regular brown text. So I flipped it over and didn't put the glue on it. Oh my God, Skylar, these are getting terrible. The notebook that I am using is from Muji. And the leather cover is from the Wanderings brand. My husband found it for me. It was one of my Christmas gifts. And you can see the cover there. It's really, really nice. It's really thin, exactly what I wanted. But now I need an A5, like little pouch thing. And I also need an A5 writing board. So if you have any suggestions, please leave those down below. I'm showing you everything up close so that you can see all the beautiful details up close. That postage stamp is giving me life. It's a hotel postage stamp from Singapore. And I made this a tip-in just because both sides of that paper were just so pretty. I could not like cover it up or glue it down. And you can really see the texture and the flowers in that paper right there. I just absolutely love it. So that's going to be it for me. Thank you so much for hanging out. If you have any questions, leave them down below, and I will catch you guys later. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I'll catch you later. Bye!